Hey folks, how's it going? Today we're going to be discussing this Coir mat that I've done. This is just the first one I've ever done, so it's an experiment and I'm just playing around. So I did a bit of research on Facebook, on some of the Facebook groups for lasers, and I came across some handy tips and tricks, and one of them was to soak the mat in before you engrave it so that it doesn't catch on fire. So that's what I've done. The only problem with that is, well, that's not really a problem, is it? Let's be honest. It makes it more difficult to engrave, which means, as you can see in the video, it's not quite as dark as I'd like. So I've done this a few times and I'll talk you through the process. So in this first pass I'm just doing 700mm a second at about 40% power. So after one pass you can see here that it's not as dark as you'd expect. I actually went over the mark of cane a couple of times just to see how it would look, and then I decided I would need to do it more. So for this pass what I did was I turned the settings up to 1200mm a second, the maximum that this laser can go with a glass tube in it, and I used 70% power this time. And I went over the whole thing once more just to see how it would look, and I have to say the improvements were better, but because of the nature of the material it's a lot more difficult to get the perfect engraving. So now I'm on pass number 3 and it's really starting to pop against the sort of natural colour there. You can see it's really a nice dark colour. The engraving is looking a lot better closer up as well, so I'm happy with it. This is my first time, like I said, making these mats, so it's all an experiment, and that's what I urge everybody to do when they're making something new, is just play around, see how you get on, try and figure it out, and if it goes well, it goes well. If not, well then it's a lesson learned. So you can see it is a nice dark colour. I did decide to go over it one more time just to make it a wee bit darker, and you can already see there that it's much better. So just to sharpen up the edges and make it look a bit neater, what I've done is I converted the file to a line engraving instead of the fill engraving within Lightburn. And what that does is it just goes around all the individual shapes and sharpens it all up, and it really does make a difference. It's subtle and you can't really see it on camera, but it does make a difference in person. It just sharpens, like I say, sharpens up the edges really nicely. So I'm really happy how this turned out, although, like I say, it's a massive experiment. I don't know how long it's going to last, so I won't be offering these for sale at the moment until I've tested them out at my son's new house. See how long this one lasts, maybe give it over the winter sort of thing and see what happens. And then I'll update you all in the new year probably. I'm sure some of you viewers out there have probably done these before, so if you've got any tips and tricks, do drop them in the comments and share them with everybody so we all know what we're doing. It's always great to share good information. As always, if you've liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. I try and be as honest as possible and share my experiences with you guys. So if you enjoy my content, please do hit the thumbs up and drop me a subscription. That would be really great. It really does help the channel. And then check out my past videos and the ones coming up in the future. Thanks again guys. Cheers. Bye.